Hello, this is UFO 50 Bingo. I'm joined here with Hugo, who I'm going to be racing against, and our lovely commentators, Tough, Wolfo,
Hello.
Hello.
Connor,
Hello.
and Scout Pilgrim.
Hello.
Yeah. So I guess, Connor, do you want to explain a little bit about what UFO 50 is about?
So, UFO 50 is a collection of 50 individual retro-styled indie games. They range in all sorts of genres. On screen, we can see them of Block Koala, which is a old-school Sokoban. But it also has some more modern genres represented, like there's a tower defense game where you play as a caveman defending against dinosaurs, and there's an idle game that is somewhat of a hybrid with classic Legend of Zelda. And this makes for very interesting bingo games where not only do we have goals across all 50 of the individual games, but we have some goals called generals, which require people to do stuff in all the different games. But yeah, it's just generally very. There's a lot to do. It's a great game. Do any of our other casters have anything they want to say?
I think you covered it quite well.
Mhm.
Yeah, the way this works is that this is going to be Lockout Bingo, except Bingo also wins. I think this is a reasonably uncommon format, but we'll be if either player of us gets a bingo line, then we'll immediately win the game. But I think we'll probably keep going because it can cause the match to end really early.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we get a line, someone's won the match, but we'll keep playing until the blackboard's blacked out, or until someone is 13 anyway. With that, do you think we're good to go to Death?
I think so, yeah.
Should be.
Yeah. The players will get a 2-minute review period before actually doing anything after seeing the card.
Yeah, just so you all have time to get the gist of the goals, since there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yes. I guess if one of you could give the countdown in the bingo sync chat, that would be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be
After we
nice.
Right. See you on the other side.
So yeah, good luck, Mara.
Good luck.
All right, who wants to do the countdown?
I can run it.
Yeah, I don't have a timer on me.
All right. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Waiting on them.
Yep, they're ready.
Should be all good. You're giving them a 2-minute. This is just a countdown for a 2-minute
Yeah.
review period, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll probably give them a 2-minute period, and then we'll do the countdown for the timer.
All right.
Go for it.
Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, so some things to pay attention to for this UFO50 bingo is because we have goals that are in a way across different games. Sometimes it's useful to see which games have multiple goals. So on this board we have Mortal, which is a platformer where you do rituals to progress through the board whilst kind of using your lives count as like a resource basically. So you sacrifice yourself to build blocks to get over, big pits of spikes. We've got 2 goals for that game. Clearing all the levels in World 1 and clearing all the levels in World 2. So not some synergy there, but important just to see where we're at on that. We also have Valbrace, which is a first-person dungeon crawler with kind of punch-out style combat. We have solve 2 gem puzzles and defeat the crone. So as you work towards one of those goals, you can easily pick up the other one. And then we also have Golfaria, save 2 green ball NPCs and collect 6 abilities. Golfaria is kind of like I think it's isometric, but it's like a Zelda golf game where you have a limited amount of strokes to get around, and collecting abilities will make it easier to get these green ball NPCs, so there's some synergy there. Looking at the opening of the match, we're going to be seeing what goals are kind of quick, around 2 to 3 minutes. Players will try and be going for those ones early. think on this board, there's a hot foot goal. We can see the demo playing on screen. It's kind of a dodgeball type game. That goal only requires you to beat one level, although it's to 30 points, so it'll take a while, but one of the faster ones on there. We have a rail heist goal, root around destroying all the barrels. That game's like a kind of an immersive sim where you're trying to rob a train. We're starting in 5 seconds. So we can actually see where these players will go, where their minds are at. But there's a couple quick goals to look for. Our players are off.
We've got no washing powder. And there's no left.
So we've got Hugo going into Valbrace. Valbrace is a very quick game if you know what you're doing. There's RNG manipulation.
We need to get some.
But it also... there's like no waiting period in between your moves. If you're like task perfect, theoretically you can do everything very fast. Okay, actually, we see Mara going into Pilot Quest first, which isn't a quick goal, but this is the idle game I was talking about in the introduction. So getting progress started early in here is really important because you have to hit this crystal to get these gems to plant seeds, and then the seeds will make you more gems as you just wait around. So Mara, you're going to get 3 seeds hopefully with an exploit. If you confirm buying them quick enough, you can get them at the cheaper price of the previous seed. So yeah, Mara getting that and then going into Seaside Drive. So, Seaside Drive, our goal here is collect a coin. But... Oh, Hugo already defeating the crone. Oh, wait, hang on, sorry. I'm paying attention to the bingo sync. But defeating... sorry, in Seaside Drive, collecting a coin, it does a couple things. So first of all, that requires you to beat the first level, which will, along the way, you'll kill a boss because it's this kind of shoot-'em-up game where you have these waves of enemies coming in, and then at the end of each level, there's a boss, and then you also get to play a bonus game if you beat the level without losing any lives. And collecting a coin from beating the bonus game, first of all, it's the goal. Second of all, it also gets you a gift. So kind of in the game, to tie all these 50 different games together, there's like just, regular menus and all that. But there's also a garden where if you do certain achievements in the games, you'll get gifts. And then you have a little guy in there who gets to enjoy those. But that's kind of one of the completion criteria. The other two would be Cherry Disc and Gold Disc. Cherry Disc isn't going to be relevant for this card, but Gold Disc is basically beating the game. And for some of these, like there's RPGs that take hours to complete. We're not going to be seeing those, but UFO 50, it has a lot of different kind of games, including arcade games, which can be like really short. This Seaside Drive game is about, I think, 10 minutes. This Valbrace game is a bit shorter at 8 minutes, but you have to do like a lot of really tight execution, so I don't know if we're going to be seeing that. And that's with RNG manipulation. Mara taking a death there, so not going to be able to get the bonus game, so quitting out. And Hugo moving onto the floor with the gem puzzles. Rushing through, about to get those. There should be one more gem puzzle through some fake walls, I believe, which Hugo's going to need to cast some spells to get through. Mara has now moved on to Waldorf's Journey. Waldorf's Journey is, it's kind of similar to, like, I think Jump King, except you are a walrus, and it's like a roguelike, and you have a fish meter that allows you to fly. And it all takes place in this walrus's dreams. It's very surreal. But our goal here is to open 2 chests. To open a chest, you need a key, obviously. Squids have keys in them, but there's also just keys lying around. So Mara's brutalizing these squids to get these keys. And then there will be one chest around 40% of the way in, and then another one around 80% of the way in. There's a third chest, but I don't think we're going to be going there. Waldorf is also like an incredibly quick game. I think might be the shortest game in the entire pack. The world record is about 30 seconds, so we'll likely see completion get picked up here. And Mara's also going to be getting the gift by getting 50% of the way through the game. But yeah, Hugo making really quick progress there. Oh, Hugo also grabbing the gift in a Valbrace. That was a bit ago. From sitting on a throne and leveling up 3 times. So Hugo got some really good early progress there. I don't know if my casters can confirm or not. Is the crone considered a boss in Valbrace? There's been some
I
rule
don't
changes.
believe it is.
It is not.
Okay. So it doesn't have a boss credit there. Going into Lazy Cops, though, to get this route around goal I was talking about earlier. It's kind of hard to describe this game, to be honest. It's I think this is one of the more ambitious games in the pack. But basically, all these barrels here, gotta explode them all, or break them all. If you throw a dynamite at the barrel, it'll cause a chain reaction, as the barrel will explode as well. Oh, Mara getting those 2 chests. I think the stream for Mara is a bit...
Yeah, Mara's just gone.
Yeah, I trust that she's...
We're looking into it.
Alright.
Okay.
But yeah, this realized goal, like, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of route. It's just how you throw one dynamite and it causes everything to explode, and it's happens off screen, but it's very cool. This Rail Heist goal also uses a terminal code, which is kind of like a Game Genie cheat codes, kind of, that's inbuilt to the game. So this one allows you basically to unlock all the levels, and you have a level select. When you're in these modes, you can't get credit for completing the games or the gifts, but you can still get everything
Okay.
else.
It looks like it looks like Mora is having some problem with their stream. Like their entire stream is gone. So I don't know if we wanna pause here, or if we wanna keep going.
We can call for a pause.
Yeah, probably. Maybe give them some time to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Hugo will see it immediately, because usually when we use our UFO 50 bingo thing, the whole board freezes up. Trying to think of how we can get through to Hugo. Should I just... If you click on some squares on the board, maybe, then Hugo will see that, and that might make them realize if the Bingothon player in red... I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Mara's stream is starting to catch up. It might be...
Hugo has AirPods in. Oh no!
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it looks like just Mara's entire stream is frozen.
If you try clicking on the bingo sync board a couple times, that might clue Hugo in that something's
Yeah.
up.
Just a flashy red, so we can get everyone's attention.
As casters, I don't think any of us are logged in. We're all spectators. Should we have a timer for how long Hugo's been playing on? I think pause now.
It's about 2 minutes
I
right
paused
now.
the timer.
2 minutes, okay. So I'll give Mara like a 2-minute head start once the...
Where's the...
I got it.
Keep up with Hugo.
Currently, Hugo's playing through Night Manor.
There we
So-
go.
Hey, there, we got a reaction.
Wait.
We've got
There we go.
Hugo.
We got a reaction. Good. Looks like we got a frame from Mora.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Mara is
A
playing
frame
right
on
now
that
or
one.
just the stream is catching up.
I'm
might be
having a
catching
problem
up.
with the Twitch stream as well.
Okay.
I think their stream is like currently going at like I don't know, at like 5 seconds per frame.
Mhm.
Okay, we got them to pause at least.
I'm going to tell both of them to undeafen for a quick sec, okay?
Yeah, I think that's definitely easier.
Hello.
Hi.
Right. Shall I just turn the settings down and then turn it off and on again?
Maybe
again?
that might be a good idea. I'm
'Cause
not
I know
sure
no
if your
latency mode's on.
stream is like patching up at all right now, or if we're still just getting like 5 seconds per frame. That's the problem with the still image.
Can you move around on the pause menu a bit, Mora?
Okay. I mean, this doesn't show it very accurately, so. But yeah.
I don't see.
I don't see it either.
happening.
Okay, I will turn it off and on again.
Okay, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. I also have your stream up on a separate screen, so I have the live view.
Cool. Oh yeah, no, OBS says encoding overloaded. Okay, cool. Right.
That'll do
Your
it.
poor computer.
That word is giving me nightmares.
Oh no.
OBS is not responding. Okay, task manager time.
Okay.
that would do it.
It's not Bingothon without at least 5 different tech issues during the marathon.
A Ren.
Don't even
Sorry
get
about
me
this.
started, Rob.
I wasn't around
Don't
yesterday,
even get me
so
started.
I wasn't around yesterday. So
Did you see what happened yesterday?
a tiny amount.
Be glad you weren't there.
Well, I was busy driving.
You driving? Since when?
Yesterday? Pay no attention to my commentator, Boo. Oh no. You surpassed. Oh no. Oh no. Well. While we work on getting things figured out, I guess I'll remind everyone about Bingothon. Alongside the main marathons, Bingothon does host a bunch of side events, including Blind Bingo Series, Generic Bingo Tournament, Get Yourself a Bingo Wing, and the Blind Bingo Tournaments. I'm going to throw in there also Taskmaster, because that was awesome. Make sure to give us a follow and join our Discord to stay tuned for more news on future side events.
Alright, my stream should be back up, and I am moving on the pause
Let
menu.
me give it. Now I'm getting ads. Okay, but I do see in the preview that your stream is running way better. So let me give it a proper refresh on our end as well. Oh, that is looking way better.
Yeah, that's
Okay, Hugo,
that's
can you like
better.
move a little bit around, like move the cursor up and down on the pause menu as well, just so we can like make sure that your stream is still working as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be our luck. Fix one stream and the other one goes down.
I am currently moving. Is that the case?
Yes, I can see both streams moving.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, then I will leave it to our lovely commentators to get us back on track. I don't know who gets how much head start now.
So, go ahead, mute deafen. I will be giving Mora a 2-minute head start, and then we will get rolling.
Mhm.
See you in the Bingo Sync chat.
See you.
See y'all.
All right.
All right, so Mora should be off to start her 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hopefully we didn't miss too much while it was catching up.
We can get into what Hugo is up to. I think Hugo will have time in that game to explain, but currently Mara is in Mini and Max. This game is one of the I don't know how to describe it. It's basically it takes place within one cupboard, and you play as Mini with your dog Max, and you can shrink down. So every tile in this cupboard that we can see here as Mara's taking a quick death, is basically like a whole mini area, and then within these areas, if you collect a certain item, you can shrink down again. So, despite being this like 2D platformer, it's basically just this massive open world game. And currently, what Mara is trying to do is collect. I'm actually not sure what Mara's trying to do. Our goal on this board says brainwashed mouse, which I think generally requires the glove item so that you can pick up the enemy that is on the mouse's head to get rid of that pain. This might be for a boss. I'm not sure. If any of our other casters know what this could be about.
Yeah, there's a nuke at the end of this room that Mara's going through that you can use to pretty much instantly kill one of the bosses. So that'll work towards one of the general goals.
Okay.
The brainwashed mouse also requires the second level of shrinkage. So I don't know if she's gotten that yet. We might see that soon.
Sure. It looks like she's doing the silverfish goal. Oh, I think she's realized that's not...
Oh, she just got completely lost, I guess.
Oh. Okay, and now Hugo's going to be going back in. I think earlier we saw Hugo in Night Manor, which... I mean, we're just picking all the really, interesting games here, basically. I mean, all the games are interesting, but Night Manor is like a point-and-click horror game, basically. And... I mean, much similar to Valbrace, there's no limit on how fast you can do things other than the cursor movement. So this game is really short if you know where everything is. Our goal here is the emerald from the fountain, and much like in most more point-and-click games, it's a chain of items. You got to find a ring to activate the fountain to get the emerald, but to get the ring, I don't know what you need, to be honest. I don't remember this game that well, but I'm sure it's some convoluted series of keys and utensils and tools.
So
The ring-
for the... Oh, go ahead.
The ring requires you to get the shears from the shed, and then there's this greenhouse on the left where you can use the shears to open a chest that has a hacksaw. Then you can saw off a corpse's finger that has the ring on it. So we'll see Hugo going through that. I think Hugo is also setting up for the gold disc for that general goal, because he went out of his way to grab the car keys and the motor. So we'll see that done pretty much immediately after getting the emerald.
The car keys that are on a dead dog for some reason. I don't know why you would bury your car keys with your dog. It's a bit messed up. But yeah, this is another...
There's the emerald.
There we go, got the emerald.
Night Manor is a very fast game if you know what items you need for the goals. That's why the gold disc is a really important thing to know for that game, because it's 2 minutes if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, now both players in Seesaw Drive. We touched on this game earlier. Oh, Mara taking a death again. That is rough. That's the thing. That goal is it's pretty synergistic, but it's one of the scary ones because there's no room for mistakes. Whereas some of these goals can be more execution heavy. Mara is now going into Kit Club, which is kind of a bubble, is that the name? Platformer, where you have these mini levels and you've got to kill all the enemies in them to move on. To get extra lives in this game, it's just point thresholds, basically. So I think the first one is at 10,000 points, then 25,000, and then 50,000. If Mara dies, they will lose a life, and then they will need to get to the next threshold, which is 75,000. So this one is similarly quite punishing if you don't, if you take a death. It's not an instant loss, but you will have to go a bit further. This is also a game where at the end of each world there's a boss, so that progresses towards that general goal. It also has really short levels, just as a result of its format, so Mara are going to be picking up a credit towards the 8 levels in 3 games general there. I don't think we've seen any other progress towards that goal yet.
I don't believe so. The games that we've seen so far haven't really got levels in them. I think we're okay there.
The levels goal is also it's still on this card, right? All generals are from games on this card.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are the short descriptions, so it doesn't mention that, but in the full-length descriptions, it would say uh, 8 levels in 3 games from games on this card, or something like that.
I think other options for these 8 levels, because that's quite a lot of levels, a lot of games. They either have less or they are longer levels. Big Battle Race is probably a good contender for that. That's a kind of a racing game with exactly 8 courses. Campanella 2 is decent, I think. Mortal, you're doing a lot of levels anyway just to get the goals, but it might be tough to get there. We can see Hugo has beaten the first level of that game without losing a life, so gets to move on to this coin bonus game. Is Morra's stream lagging out again?
It's gone again.
Yeah.
Oh, that is rough.
Well, there we go.
Morra's usually fine to stream. The PC kind of sucks, but it can manage that much.
Are we gonna have them pause again?
They have to.
Is it? Yeah, if we need to, we can.
This is fine. All right, let's pause.
Both players getting some nice pilot quest progress in from these pauses.
All right. Rip Mara.
Oh, Hugo, please.
How would you... let's try and see if we like just give everything.
Nice bingo. You did it.
We win.
We win. Bingothon wins.
House always wins.
True.
At least that time it wasn't too quick. Or wasn't too long.
Yeah. It was like 15 seconds. It's fine.
Yeah. Negligible. Oh boy.
Okay. We'll look at... Maybe have them undeafened again so we can like discuss tech issue. Okay, Mara is giving it another reboot. I'm seeing in a chat. I no longer have the stream. Probably should have kept it open. This is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, as a side note, I think one of the things that we're seeing on Hugo's side is usually when we're playing on UFO 50.bingo, not only do you see the board get covered, but you also get a notification noise that's pretty jarring. So maybe it's one of those things where Hugo is just vibing along and not realizing that there's an oh heck moment because of the lack of noise.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
Okay, I'm seeing something again on Mara's stream. Let me give it a refresh again on our end. Okay, we have a stream. Hopefully longer than 5 minutes this time.
Fingers crossed.
All right, let's get back to it. Hopefully.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and get us going again. Third try is the charm, is what they say. So That being said, I'm loving what we have so far. I love UFO 50.
Yeah, and there will be a
Yeah.
small lead for Mora since there was a little bit of a delay on the pause, so we're going to go ahead and get that covered.
Ooh, Rob, I think.
Also, while we're at it, Mora did get the 8 levels in Kick Club.
Nice. I don't know if she took a death or not, but she's pivoting to Cyber Owls now. I think this is to block the column 4 bingo threat Hugo's been building up. Cyber Owls is... I mean, all these games are really... there's so much depth to each of the games. You might think, oh, 50 games, they're all kind of short arcade experiences, but no, they really put their role into each of these. Cyber Owls is kind of similar to, I think, Battletoads or, like, Cheetah Men. That's kind of stylistically what they've gone for, but in gameplay, it's basically... You can play as 4 different owls. Currently we see Angle. Angle is kind of... I mean, what is this? Is this Metal Gun? Metal Slug? Is that the kind of game it's pulling from?
Similar to, like, the Contra indoor levels. Oh
Sure.
my goodness, that was a lot of explosions.
Big chain reaction. So this is one of the levels, but we also have a level that takes place in Moscow, and you play as like a spy, and that's similar to Metal Gear. And then we also have like a kind of more like platforming beat 'em up kind of style level, and a like racing one that I think is more similar to like the Battletoads, the kind of motorcycle sections in that. Yeah, Mara just setting up for a quick boss kill here. These are also good. This gets you boss general progress, and then also blocks this bingo line.
Missed the boss kill a little bit, but saved it
Still got that.
afterwards.
It's just
Normally those
important.
barrels would have killed it instantly.
Yeah.
So,
The
but at least it didn't go off the rails.
The explosions do damage, and then also when you kill multiple like items or enemies, you get multiplier for your score, but it also multiplies your damage. So you just need to make use of that to make quick boss kills. Hugo in Pilot Quest is in the like kind of Zelda progress part now, and is just going for 6 enemy type kills. Kill the big boss there. I'm assuming kill the Scorpion and one of those purple guys. So should need about 3 more, maybe 2 more if there was another one I missed. But yeah,
We might be about to see a kind of new skip on Cyber Owls for Mora, because you can actually go out of bounds on this current level. There's some walls you can blow up with grenades that we'll see soon. And if you hug the wall as you go through the transition, it just puts you in the wall. And you can go wherever. And yeah, that is what Mora's going for here. We're going to throw a grenade at this cracked wall up here. And then you just hug right. And there you go, you're on a wall. And this door up here needs a keycard, but not if you can just walk through it. So that puts us right at the boss fight without having to go out of the way to get the keycard. It's just in this room above here.
Hugo also picking up a boss kill in Pilot Quest earlier. I forgot to mention on that big purple guy considered a boss. And he's also pretty quick to kill generally, so that's a good one to go for. Hugo and I also going into Cyber Owls, but going to be getting blocked here. Mara might hold this square, knowing that Hugo was just in Pilot Quest in that square a little bit ago, so could see some time ball back here. Immediately going into Test Bags, which is another quick square. Hugo does have this row 3 bingo thread as well, but 4 gold discs and that Planet Zol square are like some of the longest squares on the board. On each of our boards, we have 2 squares called Very Hards, which are just, as the name suggests, very hard, but sometimes they're also just a bit longer in nature. So this Zoldath game can take about 10 to 20 minutes to beat, and there's just one seed that we give both players so that they have kind of equal progress in that. Despite being a terminal code, it is one of the games that we allow for Gold Disc and Cherry Disc progress in, so probably going to see that one coming up later in the match, but one to look out for. Hugo also doing the Gwyn out of bounds skip, and then yeah. So Mara here is in the Hartford Test Bags goal. What this goal means is basically you are playing to 30 points instead of the usual 15, and you have to use special throws to score. The The special throws, each player has, or character has, I think one of 4. There's either a boomerang throw, a lightning fast quick throw, a wave throw, or a bomb throw. And to obtain the special for these... Oh. Might have forgot to do the setting right or hit something incorrectly. But to do specials, you need to jump over the bags to gain the stars in order to use them, or you need to drink the special energy drinks. And each character also has a passive. So here we see B. B shares special stars with the other character you're playing as. So if you get a drink as B or jump over a bag as B, both players will get a special star to use. Hugo now going into Golfaria. This is another one of the games talked about in the intro, and with the 2 different goals here that both have Golfaria in them. The green NPCs are just scattered around the map. They're generally quite fast to get to. I think Hugo will just be going for those first, but it's nice to get like the early game cutscene. You only need to watch that once if you're doing both goals, so it's a little bit of extra progress. But there's also 6 abilities, so the ones we're likely to see for Golfaria here are, there is one that allows you to roll over sand instead of doing that jump you saw there when in a sand pit, and there is brakes, which allows you to control your shots way more. This game is borderline unplayable without the brakes. It's very easy to just take a shot and get knocked off course, and then you can't do anything to course correct once you've shot.
Golfaria kind of shows a cool part of UFO 50 as well, because Mora's just playing hot foot, and there's not a lot you have to know about this game. You just got to be good at it and kind of know some of the ways to get points easily. And then Golfaria is a game where it's mostly not too hard to play, especially once you get the breaks, but you need to know a lot to do these goals, at least if you want to do them quickly.
Because I mean, here we're going to see this kind of these like little flowers. They cause the ball to jump. I think we're going to see a skip over a lake, where usually you'd have to go through an underground section to get to a green ball, but this is going to allow Hugo to just jump straight over there if he can get the line up.
Mara got that hot foot goal and looks to be maybe going for a bingo line on the bottom row. She has got the progress on 8 levels ahead of Hugo, so that's setting that up quite well.
And
this Big Bell Race goal is quite fast as well.
I think it's 45, that's 5
That's
levels.
5 levels, right?
Yeah, it's about like 5 minutes. But I think Mara will probably just end up doing the whole thing for the gold disc in 8 levels, because I don't see many other good 8 level
that's true.
games on here. Already has Kit Club. But yeah,
the Big Bell Race also has some kind of cheese strats where if you've seen like old Mario Kart, you might know about the funny shortcuts you can do where you do the level in an unintended route, but it still counts your progress on the lap. And we'll see that on 3 of the courses, 2 of them being 2 of the last 3 levels that you wouldn't include in the 45 points, but are part of the gold disc. So it makes those last 3 levels to get the gold disc just a little bit faster.
Hugo getting a bit ahead of that bingo thread, but one of the fun things about these generals is that it allows you to kind of hedge your bets in terms of blocking bingos and threatening them. So, like, here, Mara getting this gold disc in Big Bell Race, it'll kind of, despite helping further their own bingo threat, it also helps block Hugo's row 3, because it'll be getting progress in that gold disc, and then even just being 1 ahead in a general allows you to, if, say, Hugo gets that Planet Zoldath square, it allows you to kind of have an advantage going into that race to stop you from just, losing the game, or just really kind of improving your odds, and just, that's why getting general progress in like a bunch of different things is helpful. But as we can see here, Hugo is going into divers now, so that bottom row bingo threat will be a bit less threatening. still have quite a few bingos left on board though for Hugo. But as we saw earlier in Cyber Owls, a lot of the tempo swings in this game are kind of decided by snipes and holds, so Morrow definitely very much still in the game here, just has to kind of play it well, get ahead of Hugo. Getting kind of progress in these generals as they go along is like helpful, because this 8 level square is Morrow's just hugely advantaged in that, like picking it up late game. Hugo's gonna need to go really out of their way to get that big bell race 8 levels if wants to pick up that square. Yeah. Oh,
Hugo's kind of setting up a line across the middle as well, and I don't know if we explained gold discs exactly, but basically a gold disc is just beating the game the normal way, and that planet Zoldath Gold does say to beat that seed, so beating that game is a gold disc, but if you use a seed or any terminal code, it doesn't count.
Tough, if you don't mind us stepping in, I'm gonna go ahead and call for a tech pause.
Yeah, that's right. Morrow's gone again.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I will say the Zoldath Gold does count as a gold disc. It's like the one exception to the terminal code rule.
Oh, it does?
Can we get Hugo to
Interesting.
call again?
There was something else I was thinking.
Can no longer do bingo.
Nope. It goes over. Okay, we got it.
Okay, good.
Okay, I've got Morrow's stream up again. Looks like the bitrate is lower.
It's not up on my end again. Let me give it a refresh. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's give it a refresh on the stream as well.
At least we're getting good at recovering it.
Okay, let's try this again, I guess. Alright. Oh, here goes nothing.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Yeah, looks like we're good.
Yeah, this big rail race course is one of the ones Tough mentioned, where you can kind of activate that checkpoint in that bottom right corner, and there isn't one in the little loop, so you don't need to actually go the full way, you can just double back and complete the lap. What I was going to say before we had that pause is Hugo is currently in Divers, which is another kind of experimental game. In lore, there is the first game ever made wasn't really when they were a game studio, they were just a tech company, and it's this like really cryptic game which just takes place in one castle, and then there's like 2 sequels. This is one of them, and they just these generally like very cryptic, very ambient games. This one, Divers, is like an RPG, but there's no classes. The leveling system is quite quite basic, but you really like build your own classes basically by equipping different equipment to the 3 divers you have. It's very interesting. It's hard to explain, but it's a really fun game, I think. So in this little area that Hugo's in, to get the lance, you have to avoid these piranhas that'll come out, and if they get in a fight with you, you have a chance of escaping, but they are very vicious at this early level and will likely kill you. So needing some fast maneuvering there. I think would have got that from the flippers items that are on the left side of the screen that you go in to get first, and that is the lance weapon.
Mara's not going for the 8 levels.
Did
That's
Mara even get the
interesting.
45 points? I imagine so. I got that.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Hugo is now going back in to get the Parasite Hammer, I think, which is the gift for this game. That shouldn't take too long, to be honest. You just need to go over here and behind this little fake wall, and then go down this room with an anemone. And they shoot like little balls at you, but they can't kill you. So as long as you don't run into them, you should be fine. Mara's going back into Minion Max here to finish up that goal they were in earlier. I think they misread earlier, but yeah. This brainwashed mouse is in a little hole behind the painting, or next to the painting. And there's a big fall before you get to the mouse, so in order to live that, Mara is using this little spore mushroom block that creates a bouncy pad when dropped. So going to be falling. And he is shocked because
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
She died from the fall.
It was just drifting over a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, it should be easy to just get back in.
Yeah, it's a quick one to recover.
It's all good. I'm not sure if Mara has the glove yet. I imagine maybe you got that for the other goal for realizing.
Not sure, actually, because I don't think you need the glove for the other goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, got the glove.
Immediately backs out.
As Tuff was saying earlier, some of these games, there's a lot of like knowledge checks in these little areas, the stuff you need. If you go back in Golfaria, which is that game specifically, but the same applies to for like Minion Max, all these kind of like Metroidvanias with secrets everywhere. Minion Max especially just has like everything everywhere. I think every power-up spawns just all over the map, so that if you're playing the game and just exploring at a minuscule level, you'll find everything anyway. It's not like you need to go to these specific spots. Okay, Mark did get those 45 points. But yeah, Hugo, doing a nice skip there in Golfaria, using the sand jump to his benefits. There's a bigger skip you can do on the outside of the thing, but it's quite tough to do without breaks, which Hugo doesn't have yet. This Blockbuster in Golfaria will also be a gift, I think. Assuming Hugo can get there in the 5 strokes. It'll be tight, but it's possible. There's, I think, a little bird. Because to increase your strokes count in this game, you have to get birdies and eagles. Golf terms. Yep, right there. So 8 strokes to get here. Should be easy enough. Mark coming back with the glove now.
Yep, nice curve shot into that power-up. Now Hugo's going to pivot out with that progress saved. That's one of the abilities to Metroidvania done as well. So you can play 3 specific games to get progress on that general.
Yeah, you're now going into Vanger, which is another one of these Metroidvania games. This is one of the style of general goals where you're asked to collect certain amount of thing across multiple games. This one, as the name suggests, takes place in a couple Metroidvania style games. Vanger is probably the most faithful to like Metroid, that part of it. Except it has a gravity flipping element, similar to VVV. VVV? And this one, I mean, honestly, this was probably one of the more straightforward games, I would say. Just very, I don't know, very clean, very movement-based, quite tight. There's a heat module. The way the abilities work in this game, there are modules, and as you collect the modules, you can put them on one of 3 different parts of your body, either the gravity flip or as like kind of an armor, or on your gun. And the heat mod is the first one you get. It allows you to do all the things. Hugo pulling off several really impressive skips there, actually. There's one where you
Yeah, that
damage.
one's really hard. That was impressive.
So there's a frame perfect pause that causes the electricity to spawn, I think. Despawn. And earlier there's some damage you can take that allows you to clip through a platform a bit earlier instead of killing enemies to cause the blocks to disappear. That's also a gift, getting that heat mod. So cleaning up that goal. Now moving into Campanella 2. Campanella 2 is going to be nice because you get a boss credit quite quick. The goal is on the longer end, but should be good for that. There's technically 8 levels. That will require you to like basically beat the game though, and it's quite a tough game. If you've played Spelunky, which are the same devs behind this game, or the same studio, not the same devs exactly. Hang on. The gameplay is kind of similar. It's another like kind of roguelike, really tough, really punishing. There are 2 kind of sections of the game. Here we can see the kind of run and gun on the inside sections. These are a bit more forgiving. They actually use your health bar. You can get upgrades to like change your gun, get more coins. It's more like forgiving, typical experience. But then on the outside, because this game is a sequel to Campanella, which is a different game in the pack, where you are in a UFO and you fly around these levels. The original one is like an arcade style, but this one is a bit more open world. And here, if you're in your ship, you take damage normally, but if you're outside your ship, everything is basically an instant kill, and you are basically at the mercy of the star spawns, because to beat a level, you need to collect 10 stars and then find the exit and get there. But you can run out of fuel if the game decides to be mean. You also can collect coins and spend them at shops to make it a little bit more powerful, but in Bingo, the fastest thing to do is to just find 10 stars, get to the exit, beat the level, move on. There's some stuff you can do, like for the bingo goals, like there's a gift which requires you to find a certain item. That is only down one of the paths, because as you finish these like kind of smaller worlds, you get a choice of 2 different worlds to continue to. Here we can see Moir Woods and Rink. Rink is like an ice level. Moir Woods is, as the name implies, a wood level. It's like, I think both are equally tough. People might have different opinions on that, but this game is just generally quite unforgiving if you get a bit unlucky. But Hugo making good progress, not taking a single hit of damage in this first world, killing Rotundo, which is a boss, Shanaguri, and moving on. Whilst Mora is in Mortal. I think I explained this quite poorly earlier. It's basically like a puzzle platformer where you have to sacrifice yourself. So there we can see a switch that Mora had to press down, turning into a stone to make sure that stays pressed. There a brick wall that you had to get through, so Mora exploding to get through that. And because you're dying so much, extra lives are a lot more frequent, but you need to use them well. Some goals require you to get like a certain amount of extra lives, like about 50, and that can be tough because you need to figure out how to best collect these extra lives without wasting them. Here we can see using the arrow ritual to make a little platform on the wall. This game is like very creative. One of the earlier games in the pack, I think number 6. But it's really fun. I think it's what convinced me to buy the game, was watching people play this game, and it just looked like a really interesting concept. You're making good progress in Campanella 2 though. But yeah, so see here, to keep that switch down, you could usually use a rock, but if you use a rock, then this lower passage gets blocked off. So having to tactically die to an enemy to drop a corpse that doesn't block your way, but still activates a switch. Really fun. And here, using an arrow into a stone to scroll the screen enough to make sure the ship drops you off in a place that's kind of cooperative to getting to the end of the level instead of just putting you in a little corner where you can't really get out. And beating that second level. One more level in World 1 here. The other goal on this card, which is to beat World 2, does have a little open tomb thing. That is one of the terminal codes that allows... It's a level select, but Mara won't need that, considering we'll already have access to World 2 from beating the first world. Might use it anyway, just to get in there quicker. Hugo might have to as well, if Hugo wants to go for that goal later on. But yeah, we're kind of seeing a lot of these quicker goals taken off the board. Both of these requiring our players to get a bit further into these games.
Games with level select, like Open Tomb, are actually
I
can actually be
think
pretty good
we
for.
might have to call
Yeah.
for a
Oh,
pause again.
Yeah. All right. While you sort that out, the level selects can be useful for like the boss generals, because Mortal has got a boss and it is extremely easy to kill. So you can just use the level select, go straight to the boss, and then you've got a boss for your general, and it takes like 30 seconds.
Same thing with Rail Heist on this card, actually, which I'm pretty sure are the two main cases of this. There's also Combatants, I think, more recently. But I don't know this strategy for that one.
All right.
Now that one would take me
Looks
forever.
like players are paused.
I think that one's well.
Well, while we get things sorted out, I will say, did you guys know that Bingothon is being restreamed in French by Nitro Speedrun?
Gasp.
Gasp! Nitro Speedrun is a French organization that provides various content about speedruns, from small themed marathons to competitions with gimmicks, restreams, news, even quizzes. They will be hosting their own marathon, Nitro Speedrun Festival 2, which is going to be held in Lyon, France, from the 16th through the 19th of July. So be sure to keep an eye on that. Thank you so much, Nitro Speedruns, for the restream.
Cue
So-
elevator music.
Yeah, a little bit of elevator music. Also, Bingothon is got its own series of things that are going on. If you want to go ahead and pitch those a little bit while we wait.
Yeah, Bingothon's always doing new things. So, if you did not know, one of the things that I think not everyone knows about is Bingothon has a Teespring store. You can get some cool merch, including an essential Bingothon mug. I love my Bingothon mugs, they're awesome. If you're interested in getting other Bingothon things, whether a mug or something else, you can find it at store.bingothon.com, or if you type in !merch in chat, you can do that as well. Revenue that is gained from this store is used to improve the marathon in multiple different ways, and for this event, if you use the discount code SUMMER26, that is capital SUM, capital MM, capital SUMMER with a 26 at the end, you get 10% off whatever you buy. So use the code.
Yeah, and I also see you've got the summer mug, the winter mug, the. Do you have a name for the Bingo thon mascot?
You know, we did talk about it. A number of marathons ago, we had like a poll about it. And I think the one that won was like Bingo McBingo Face or something like that.
Of course it did.
Yeah, because it's the internet. Of course, that would win. I forget exactly what it was. Flo might remember, but it was something along those lines.
And also, let's see what's going on. We're currently doing another quick little update, but after this, I believe we have two interesting runs. The Witness, something I've played a little bit of, but really haven't gotten into too much. But oh my goodness, it's always fun to watch my friends play.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play Witness for a while, but I haven't gotten into it too much yet, so that'll be interesting. And then after that, Hitman World of Assassination. I love Hitman. That'll be season 3. Witness is being run by Vilhunt, and then Hitman being run by TK47. So, those are some exciting runs.
Looks like
coming up.
the stream should be back up now. I'm giving it a
Alright.
refresh. All right, okay, that is that. Unfortunately, I do have to say, like, we can probably afford, like, we were like able to afford this once more, but I think if Mora's stream cuts again, I don't know if we, considering that we are very far behind our original schedule already, I don't know if we can continue like this.
I agree.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's fair enough.
They were talking
also,
about that in the bingo chat as well.
Before, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and count down the players.
But yeah, hopefully everything is all good from here on out, and then we can continue enjoying UFO 50. I will say,
Hugo just
despite
needs
the
to
tech
hurry up
issues,
and make a line.
I will say, despite the tech issues, it has been a very interesting run. So.
Continuing on, I think Hugo is finishing up the first level of more woods here, so...
I think this is level 2, actually.
Oh, this is level 2. Oh, it is, yes, Rotunda's Bomb
Yes.
right there. So just about to get this Campanella 2 goal. I think Hugo might be going for that top bingo line, considering, despite having Row 3 built up for a while, there's 2 longer goals. Metroidvania already has 2 abilities of progress, and once you're like, you have some progress in the game, it's easy to get to the next kind of abilities, like the break-in Golvaria should be pretty easy to get, as well as a second module in Ranger. And yeah, as you can see here, going into Slim Tank. Another one of these level select goals. This one, not goals, sorry, level select terminal codes. This one, funnily enough, the Slim is short for Slime, and you get to play as a little slime that you don't usually get to play as in Warp Tank. So the way Warp Tank works is it is like, I think it's another kind of puzzle platformer, I guess, by technicality. But you play as this tank that can warp across the screen. And here we see an arena level. Oop, taking a death there. Where you have to survive these waves of oncoming enemies. Crust?
Hey, is that Cross Sector?
Crust Sector Sneak. Hugo struggling with the level select. This one is one of the trickier ones. Of all the level selects, this might be one of the harder ones. Marking off the Capital 2 goal now. Changing his mind, going into Kit Club. This is a goal we saw a bit of earlier before Mara's stream died. It's not too hard, but it can spiral. If you continue to lose lives, you just will never make progress. Meanwhile, Mara here in Mortal still making good progress in World 2. I think in the second level, I want to say. Might be the first. There's 3 levels in World 2. World 2 kind of has a kind of... It's not really aquatic, but there is a lot of water. So it involves blocking up these pipes with stones and blowing up bricks, blocking the pipes with the explosion ritual to kind of get by. It's somewhat tricky to speedrun because oftentimes not blocking the water is faster, but then you leave these piranha enemies in there, which can just cause all sorts of problems. Making swift progress. Yeah, right here we're coming up on the end of the level. This is a big section with a lot of piranhas. A good chain here. Ooh, just not breaking that switch, but as you can see, you can train the ritual, so an arrow ritual into a stone ritual to go down, into a bomb to explode the bricks. It's all very synergistic. And then three piranhas here before the end of the level. Yeah, just gonna explode to take them out. Good call. Hugo here not taking any deaths yet. The kick club roll is... It's weird. It's sort of an auto-scroller, but whenever points are involved, you can speed it up by, first of all, beating the level quicker, gets you a bigger score bonus, and then you can also get more score by comboing your enemy kills. So, as you can see, the ball kind of is illuminated once it's been picked up, and if it's on the ground for too long, it'll kind of go a bit grey. And then that indicates that your combo is gone, and you will no longer get more points for killing an enemy, because typically how it is, first enemy you kill, you get 100 points from a fries, second enemy you get 200 from a pizza, third enemy 500 from a hot dog, and then after that everything is 1,000 for a burger. But if you lose your combo, you go straight back down to the fries, and it's weird, it doesn't like spiral badly, it spirals positively if you can keep your combo up. So losing it is detrimental, but it's generally manageable because it resets between levels. Moving on to the boss here. Big tennis ball, kill that guy, get 5 burgers. Gonna need to go a little into World 2 to get that final bit of score. Being careful here to not lose a life. It's easy to play risky and get away with it, but right there you can see getting under there to get the ball back, but masterfully done, not dying. And with 600 points, 3,600 points off that extra life. Mora here. In Mortal, we've introduced fire. Fire kills you, surprisingly, but also it kills enemies, and it kills these flammable blocks, so being on fire is good. You also kind of become immune whilst you're burning. Like, you won't die from, like, enemies. I think you might still die from spikes. But you can kind of use the fire as a bit of a period to just run through everything. It's also helpful for killing these enemy spawners. Hugo getting those 5 extra lives. Hugo's 2 away from Blackout now, so just needs to pick up some quick goals. Sometimes threatening the bingo lines, I'm sure this is shown in other games as well, but threatening bingo lines is like good, but only to force your opponent into longer goals if they want to win the match, so you can take these quicker ones whilst they're dealing with those. I think Hugo will...
It's like Hugo's going for the bosses.
Yes. The boss kill in this game is incredibly fast, I'm pretty sure, as long as you can menu select to the end. Or the second to last level. You just have to kill this sheriff guy, who you can tell because he has a nicer outfit. To break those little blocks in front of him, you need to activate a switch. And I think Hugo's going to be doing... Oh, never mind. There's a fun tech on this level where you can activate the switch, and then, because it goes your turn, enemy turn, during the enemy turn, the sheriff will move over where the blocks used to be. And then you can actually do actions during your enemy's turn. If they are like overlapping you, you can punch them. If they are in your line of sight, you can shoot them if you have a loaded thing. So you can do that to punch during your enemy's turn, activating the switch again, and killing the enemy with the switch block, which is really fun. But still a quick kill without that tech. Hugo, we can see now in Mortal as well, using the Open Tomb terminal code to access this quick boss kill. You can only use terminal codes that are on the card, but it does still come up quite often. These are fun quick kills. Yeah, just immediately that boss is gone. Less than a minute. One more boss kill here in Mini and Max. Scout, is that 6 after this one, or
So
We've got 6 on our counter.
we have 6 on our counter. We have Mortal, we have Seaside Drive, we have Kick Club, we have Campanella 2, we have Pilot Quest, and we have Rail Heist. So this can be marked. Sometimes players just miscount. And this might be a situation where Hugo is just going to go take out a quick boss here. We'll have 7 instead of 6, but 7's greater than 6 accounts.
Also, this Vanger boss allows Hugo to kind of get a bit more progress in this game. I'm not sure if this one is directly on the path to any more abilities, but it is helpful.
Not
there's
that
more-
I know of. No.
Is Mora stream frozen again? I think it has.
Yeah, that has definitely stopped on my background. So I'm
Hugo,
gonna give
just
it about
finish the
15
game.
seconds.
He's got 1 goal left.
Yeah, it may just be a play me out, Hugo.
Yeah, maybe if you can get a goal like 1 or 2 minutes, then we'll just at least then we can.
At this point, I don't think we have any quick goals left since levels is pretty distant. We still need the 4 pickups in Metroidvania.
I think
Yeah.
Well, we saw a couple people go for the slime tank, right? For the
Yeah.
Yeah, that
lockout.
one would be quite fast if they could avoid dying.
I don't think
But it
Metroidvania
can
is
be a
that
bit
bad
tricky.
because Porgy you can get 3 pickups decently quick. I think maybe like 4 minutes, and just 1 more here. I mean, honestly, Golfaria, the breaks is probably quite quick as well. In Vanger, I'm trying to think where the closest pickup is. I think using some skips, going up into, I want to say Latom. There are some
Yes.
nice ones.
Multi-mod,
There's a
I
mod
think, is
in
the
there that's pretty
fastest.
quick.
Yeah. And then in Porgy, we'll have the Buster Cannons probably, and the Booster? That might be faster.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
Buster
seems right.
Torpedoes, the Booster, and then kind of a take your pick.
Sure. Yeah, Hugo gonna be. I think I saw Morrow's stream move that for a second. My eyes might just be funny. Gotta fight these crawlers again. The first time we saw, using this heat module on the flip allows you to do a heat wave every time you flip. So if you just mash the flip button, because there's no cooldown on that, you can just absolutely shred these bosses. And yeah, moving up on here. There's some invisible, like, explosive barrels in the wall, so if you equip your gun to heat module to the gun, you can just, like, absolutely, like, make quick work of these levels. Yeah, moving through here, and then the multi-mod should just be to the right of this room. Through a couple
To the
corridors.
a couple more rooms.
Couple more rooms.
You can go through here to the right and down and left. I think that's it.
This room can be a bit of a pain with all these little guys in the bottom. Okay, Mara's stream is back.
Whoa,
Oh,
it
Mara
actually
is-
recovered.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Mara. She explained the issue, and it just sounds really weird.
Yeah,
It
sometimes
is what
people
it
just
is.
have internet issues.
Yeah, could be that.
Hugo's in Porgy now. Hugo might just get the last 3 in here. So I forgot about that. The booster. I think that one should make it pretty easy to just get all 3 here. Does anyone else want to explain Porgy? I feel like I've got too much. I do not like the game, so I do not want to give a biased description.
So it's like Metroidvania, where you basically have a limited time to go and collect stuff. So you can see there's the fuel bar on the left that Hugo just expanded by collecting a couple more canisters. And you can get stuff like that. You can get torpedo upgrades, so your shots will do more damage, and you can get the abilities that Hugo's going to want for the Metroidvania goal, which will be the kind of stuff that lets you advance further through the game. So you get like a booster, so you can just move a bit faster, but that does use more fuel. And there's like a missile upgrade, so you'll be able to shoot these missiles vertically to destroy certain blocks, since you can only shoot horizontally normally. Yeah, there's a couple of bosses as well, so you'd need some power-ups for those. That's basically it. It's just a matter of making yourself stronger so you can dive deeper.
Yeah. It's very much like a resource management game. Like this fuel, you can see Hugo dashing around to get around quicker, but it's like it's your health bar, and it's also how deep you can go, and it's also the limit on how quick you can go. I mean, like from a game design perspective, it's very interesting, but it can be frustrating to play when you are not allowed to go fast because you do not have enough health.
Yeah.
Also, the fish can be very annoying to deal with. Yeah, they're making it look pretty easy, though, to be honest. Just absolutely.
There's a lot of secrets as well, like that coral that Hugo just shot through. You just the game basically tells you should shoot every wall, which is not ideal.
To be fair, some of them are telegraphed, and there is a item you can get in the late game called the radar, which like highlights secret items in red, but it is still a bit. I guess you just have to find it, which is honestly one of the cool things about UFO 50 is there's like no tutorials in like any of the games. Basically, it is just you play the games, you figure out how to play the game, you figure out how to find stuff in the game. It like does not hold your hands at all, but it's somehow still really fun and intuitive, even in like a modern setting. It doesn't like it's really easy to get into despite that, because there's so many different options and you can bounce around to whatever game you feel more comfortable in. I think Mara is going for 8 levels in Warp Tank now. I'm not sure what else there is in Warp Tank.
Yeah, that's probably it. Unfortunately, Hugo's going to finish well before then.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
Mara's
on his
showing
way
off
to the
some-
last power-up.
Some very quick speedrun routes for these levels. Warp Tank is...
Yeah, Mara's going very fast.
Because you warp at instant speeds, if you warp off the right slopes, you can just move around incredibly quickly. It's basically as quick as you can execute, no limit from the game itself, other than like moving just normally, rolling around. Yeah, Hugo picking up
That
the
seahorse was trolling Hugo a little bit. You had to just try and avoid any shots.
This drill
But
should be
now
the
he's
same
pretty
quality.
free.
Just has to avoid any fatal encounters. Might run into a shark or something if you go up through the screen transition. Just the bosses, like the bosses in this game, they just show up basically. There is a red dot. Is that the shark or the octopus?
I don't remember which message is which. I think that's the shark. So Hugo's
Based on
having to wait a
position.
little bit.
Yeah. Should be out the way now.
And that's it. 13 points to Hugo. We made it in the end.
Powered through.
And
Well
it's
done.
still underestimate. That was an hour 20. We made it.
Well, there we go.
Hello again.
Hello. GG.
GG.
Ah, good game.
It was a bit unfortunate that so many crashes happened.
Yeah, it'd be like
Yeah.
that sometimes.
There was one during that last bit, but we didn't want to say anything.
What?
It
Was there?
recovered,
It
thankfully.
recovered itself,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, despite,
So is
despite everything, that was a fun race.
Yeah, Seaside Drive is not a kick my ass.
Oh.
I died in
Yeah.
Seaside twice in the early game, which was unfortunate, but yeah. That was fun. Yeah.
Want to watch?
I don't think anything bad happened for me this run. That was pretty insane.
Yeah, no. You locked me out of Rail Heist, Pilot Quest gifts, Kit Club, and I think that was anti-side.
I'll be really. I don't think I should have gotten pilot quest because I
Did you get it?
does the
That felt
clock
like you were
continue
ninja.
while in post?
Oh, yeah, you were paused. That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, the funny idle game still works while you're paused.
Damn. So
Yeah.
that shouldn't have broken.
I will say both of you did have progress, so you both were gaining progress while paused.
Ooh, okay, that's,
That's
fair.
funny.
Yeah, it is a funny quirk of the UFO 50 system, as there are many.
Yes. But yeah, either way, UFO 50 is great. Like these aren't. It's actually 50 straight up games. It's not like a Mario Party where you've got 50 mini games. Like all of these games could have probably sold for like $5 or something and been fine. It's a good time. And apologies about all the stream stuff, but what can you do?
Yeah,
We got
it
that
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. But it was still an entertaining run to see despite the tech issues. I know I've said it before, seeing you guys at Bingothon past got me to buy the game myself. I can definitely confirm it is worth it. There are so many fun games on it. I'm trying to think here. It's been a hot minute since I played, but like I remember I enjoyed Night Manor. Night Manor was the first game that I like fully beat. Then there are a few others that I've been working on, been slowly trying to get through Mini and Max. But yeah, it's always a blast seeing what UFO 50 has to bring for Bingothon.
Yeah, and just quick, a few links. If you're looking to find UFO 50, that's going to be at 50games.fun. If you're looking to see what's going on more with UFO 50 Bingo, we are at UFO50.bingo.
We're always looking for new players, so if you wanna try your hand at it, go for it.
Yeah, we have another season of Bingo League coming up, I believe, this September. So feel free to hop in the Discord, say hi. People are happy to do practice matches, talk about Bingo, talk about UFO 50. It's a very welcoming community.
And I will add that it's fairly easy to get into the bingo as well. I joined the community a few months ago with only like 17 games completed, and now I have all 50 cherry discs. And I'm competing pretty well in the bingo league that's going on at the moment. So definitely, even if you haven't played that much UFO 50, join the Discord and get involved. It's a lot of fun.
With that, thank you so much, Bingothon, for having us. It was a good time.
Thank you all.
Absolutely. Coming up next will be The Witness, being run by Vilhunt. So don't go too far. We'll be back in just a little bit with that.
We're not sure that words can always save lives, but we know that silence can certainly kill. Humanitarian action is to help people in situations of crisis. Our daily work is a struggle, and it is intensely medical and it's intensely personal. It aims to build spaces of normalcy in the midst of what is profoundly abnormal. Our action and our voice is an act of indignation, a refusal to accept an active or passive assault on the other. Let me say this very clearly. The humanitarian act is the most apolitical of all acts. But if its actions and its morality are taken seriously, it has the most profound of political implications. We act not in a vacuum, and we speak not simply into the wind, but with a clear intent to assist, to provoke change, or to reveal injustice. The act of humanitarianism comes down to one thing: individual human beings reaching out to those others who find themselves in the most difficult of circumstances. They reach out one bandage at a time, one suture at a time, one vaccination at a time. Humanitarian responsibility has no frontiers.